This scene deals with the subject many fathers find so difficult: wet dreams and the explanation of physical intercourse in the marriage union. The boy might be as young as 9 or as old as 14, and his age should govern the amount of detail given. As in the previous record, the comradeship between father and son is obvious. They share little man-to-man confidences, and the years have seen many small talks between them. Notice particularly 3 points in this recording. First, the unabashed normal use of such technical terms as penis and sperm. These flatter a boy's sense of responsibility. Next, the coupling of sex information with instruction on purity. Virtue is described not as something for sissies, but as a protecting armor the strong man throws around the God-given creative power in his body. Finally, the groping of the father for the right words, the lack of glibness, the occasional touches of humor, all indicate a natural approach that is true to life.
All right. Watch it. No. A good boxer never leads with his right. Here, let's try it again. Don't leave yourself open, though.
Okay, Dad. How's that?
Oh, golly, time out.
Golly, Dad, did I hurt you?
No, but I don't like that left hook of yours poking me where my waistline used to be. Yeah, I guess you're getting too fast for your old man to spar with anymore.
Aw, sissy, come on, Dad. Let's grab a Coke out of the icebox.
That's a good idea. Let's take me to your room, what do you say, huh?
Oh, sure, why not?
You know, your mother would give me the devil if she were home and saw me horsing around with you this way.
Yeah, she says you're getting too old for sparring.
Too old? At my age? Can you imagine?
Come on in, Dad. Have a chair.
Yeah, thanks.
No, take the easy chair, Dad.
Now, listen, young fella, I'm not that old. I think I will just the same.
Here you are, Dad. This'll make you feel better.
Yeah. It's good. You know, Bob, you're getting to be a pretty big fella. Yes, sir, maybe this is a good idea. A chance for us to have a little talk.
Why, sure, Dad. What's cooking?
Yeah, you mind if I smoke in your room?
Oh, I know, Dad. Go ahead.
Oh, thanks.
This is Richmond SoulRadio.com.
And now, our feature presentation.
Here's the man who cares, the man with the music, the man with the music. Here's the man.
Welcome, one and all, to yet another thrilling edition of The Bopst Show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What do we hope for? What can we take? Listen to what the songs have to say. What do we hope for? What can we take? Listen to what the songs have to say. Not be again, not like before. No one will have to pretend. Not be again, once and before. No one will have to pretend. I don't care about ending.
And that is the late great sound of Northern Virginia group 9353 with their tune Industry.
say you want some money from me tonight, baby. You say you want some money from me tonight. You say you don't care if I want to go and rob the bank or even the store, but all you want is some money from me tonight. You say you want some money from
crosswalk comes to town. Crosswalk, 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 crosswalk.
Sometimes I can be a little crazy for the Bopst show.
And that is Washington, D.C. go-go legend Chuck Brown with his classic, We Need Some Money. From Canada, we are DOA with Class War. Larry Marshall was before that with his composition, Money Girl. And we started off that rousing block of music with Duke Ellington and his instrumental, Wall Street Whale.
They used to tell me I was building a dream, and so I followed the mob. When there was earth to plow or guns to bear, I was always there, right on the job. They used to tell me I was building a dream, with peace and glory ahead. Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for bread? Once I built a railroad, I made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower up to the sun, brick and rivet and lime. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, gee, we look swell, full of that Yankee doodly-dum. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember, they called me Al. It was Al all the time. Why don't you remember, I'm your pal. Say, buddy, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, ah, gee, we look swell, full of that Yankee doodly-dum. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with a drum. Oh, say, don't you remember, they called me Al. It was Al all the time. Say, don't you remember, I'm your pal. Buddy, can you spare a dime?
From 1932, that is Bing Crosby with Brother, Can You Spare a Dime?
can. Gotta duck when the shit hits the fan. Just get by, however we can. We all have to duck when the shit hits the fan. Soup lines, free loaves of bread, 5-pound box of cheese, bags of groceries, social security, house run out on you and me. Do whatever we can. Gotta duck when the shit hits the fan.
Oh, well, a young man ain't nothing in this world these days. I said a young man ain't nothing in this world these days. In the old days, when a young man was a strong man, all the people stand back when a young man walked by. But nowadays, the old man got all the money, and a young man ain't nothing in this world these days.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and you're listening to the Bopst Show. Bopst.
funky goodness of
Sir Joe Quarterman and Free Soul.
With the tune
Got so much trouble
in my mind.
Before that, we heard Mose Allison with
Young Man Blues.
Tawan's Tribesmen were before that
with The Sound. And we started this all off with
The Circle Jerks with
When the Ship Hits the Fan.
Here on
The Bopst Show.
To your left, folks, is the Washington Monument. To your right, the White House. And over there, just beyond the Capitol, is the national debt.
There's something huge, red, white, and blue, that's grazing in D.C. It's gobbling up the taxes that are paid by you and me. It doesn't seem to notice we really can't afford the billions that it's costing us to pay its room and board. It doesn't roam, but seems content to dwell on Capitol Hill. As long as trucks keep pulling up with tons of greenback bills, we've got to feed the big guy. We really can't forget. It has an awesome appetite, Tyrannosaurus debt.
The debt was born in 1790 when our new government took over $75 million the colonies spent in the Revolutionary War.
We've got to feed the monster so it doesn't get upset. It's got an awesome appetite, Tyrannosaurus debt.
Alexander Hamilton, our first Secretary of the Treasury, he's on the 10, you know, wanted a federal debt to provide a reason to establish taxes to support our new nation.
The debt was young, they kept it small, they didn't know back then. In 1812, another war would make it grow again. By 66, the Civil War had cost the nation millions. The government in Washington now had a debt of billions.
The Civil War ran up a debt of almost $3 billion that still wasn't paid off by World War I.
We're spending money we don't have, or so it would appear. The deficit is that amount we overspend each year. Though congressmen and senators make vows to cut its size, despite their honest efforts, the debt just seems to rise.
Now the debt's over $4 trillion and still growing.
A balanced budget would be great to spend within our means and stop the monster in its tracks before we bust our seams. It feeds on just the interest, its appetite is whet. It never ever stops to rest, Tyrannosaurus debt.
And this is the U.S. Treasury. It sells Treasury bonds, bills and notes, and savings bonds to finance the debt. The U.S. government promises to pay the owner interest plus the value of each bond at a future date.
We've got to try to tame the debt and bring it down to size. To let it grow unchecked like this is certainly unwise. The debt's a monster problem that we really can't ignore. I guess we should be grateful that it's not a carnivore. We got to keep on servicing our $1 trillion pet. It's got a monster appetite, Tyrannosaurus debt. A fiscal misadventure with $1 trillion dentures, Tyrannosaurus debt.
Feeding time is all the time.
Ain't that the truth? And that is from Schoolhouse Rock, Tyrannosaurus debt.
Oh, dear Lord. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum, all day long I biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. If I were a bitty rich, idle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen, right in the middle of the town. A
fine tin roof with the real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with the chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each lump will land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum, all day long I-biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, idle-diddle-diddle-diddle man, I see my wife, my gold, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. The most important man in town will come to phone on me. They will ask me to advise them like a Solomon the wise. If you please, Rebetavia, pardon me, Rebetavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I like to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day, and that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum, all day long I-biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard, yabba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dibba-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
Let me tell you the story of a millionaire. I'll tell you the story of a millionaire. He was a great fat millionaire. He was a great fat millionaire. He counted all his pennies, hit a millionaire. But he never paid his workers a millionaire. He traveled the world over, hit a millionaire. He got a yacht on the ocean, hit a millionaire. He got all the girls he wants. He's a millionaire, but he only loves his money. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire. Oh, Lord have mercy. Millionaire. He don't pay no taxes. He's a millionaire. He's the friends of the banker. He's a millionaire. He didn't get elected. He's a millionaire. He appoints a politician. He's a millionaire. Well, no one can touch him. He's a millionaire. He owns 16 race horse. Millionaire. He can buy all his friends. He's a millionaire. He won't lend you a penny. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire. Oh, Lord have mercy. Millionaire. He got money in his pocket. He's a millionaire. He got a great big cigar. He's a millionaire. He got a chauffeur and a big car. Millionaire. He'll buy your soul. He's a millionaire. He wants all your money. He's a millionaire. He's got nothing to spare. He's a millionaire. Well, that's my story of a millionaire. Well, that's my story of a millionaire. And when that man died, nobody cared. When he died, nobody cared.
Money, 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 money. Root of all evil. Money, money, money. Root of all evil. Money, money, money. Evil. Root of all evil. You work for a man and you get no pay. Brother, don't do nothing wrong. Don't let no one influence you. When trouble comes, it's you alone. Money, 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 yeah. The root of all evil. Money, money, money. Root of all evil. It make friends, it break friends. Judas betray Christ for it. Some steal it, some kill for it, some do iniquity for it. Money, money, money. Root of all evil. Money, money, money. Evil, the root of all evil. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta watch, yeah. It make friends, it break friends. Judas betray Christ for it. Some steal it, some kill for it, some do iniquity for it. Money, money, money. Root of all evil. Money, money, money. Evil, the root of all evil. Money, 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 I said, root of all evil. Money, oh yeah. Better watch it, yeah. You work for a man and you get no pay. Rather don't do nothing wrong. Don't let no one influence you. When trouble comes, it's you alone. Money, money, money. Evil, the root of all evil. Money, 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 yeah. Root of all evil.
That's Horace Andy with Money Money. Millionaire was before that, performed by Billy Childish and the Black Hands, and from the movie Fiddler on the Roof. If I Were a Rich Man. And that's the Jefferson Airplane with Volunteers. That does it for me. For me. Till you and I meet again, remember that I wish each and every one of you every good thing.
If ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, I would tell you that sometimes it's easier to desire and pursue the attention and admiration of 100 strangers than it is to accept the love and loyalty of those closest to me. And I would tell you that sometimes I prefer to look at myself through someone else's eyes. Eyes that aren't clouded with the tears of knowing what an asshole I can be, as yours are. If ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, I might be able to listen in silence to your concerns, rather than hearing everything as an accusation or an indictment against me. And I would tell you that sometimes I use sex to avoid communication. It's the best escape when we're down on our luck. But I can express more emotions than laughter, anger, and let's fuck. If ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics. If ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, I would tell you that I pooped in my own dog dish. And sometimes I would rather face not eating than face licking it clean and admitting when I'm selfish. And I tell you that I'm suffering from the worst type of loneliness, the loneliness of being misunderstood. Or more poignantly, the loneliness of being afraid to allow myself to be understood. ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, I would tell you that the personal revolution is far more difficult than the first step in any revolution. If ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, if ever I would stop thinking about music and politics, I would tell you that music is the expression of emotion, and that politics is merely the decoy of perception.